My heart's only beating like 25%, but as long as I stay focused and stay on the right.
Ray J hit the stage on Valentine's Day with blood running down his face, a heart monitor strapped tight to his chest, and a diagnosis saying his heart was barely holding on. Ray J looked like a man ready to push through no matter what. But that stream took a serious toll. Blood, heart monitor, and a Valentine's Day spotlight all at once. Born William Ray Norwood Jr., age 45, stepped onto the stage at the Shreveport Municipal Auditorium in Louisiana for an intimate Valentine's Day concert. Billed under Kelly Price and Friends, the lineup was packed with R&B veterans. Kelly Price led the night, joined by Bobby V, Sammy, 702, Jay Holiday, Sunshine Anderson, and Pleasure P, who was added to the bill at the last minute. Doors opened at 7 p.m. Show kicked off at 8. Tickets moved through Ticketmaster, and it was promoted as a romantic, soulful night full of non-stop R&B hits for couples celebrating love in a cozy setting. This wasn't a giant arena. It was close quarters, where fans could feel every note, every breath, every emotion right up close.
I want to thank everybody for praying for me. I was in the hospital.
Then Ray J stepped out in a bright orange jumpsuit and dark sunglasses, and within minutes, the internet exploded over what people noticed on his face. As one of the main names on the lineup, the crowd welcomed him with real warmth, the kind you give an artist whose songs played during your relationships, your breakups, and every Valentine's Day memory in between. Fans were expecting classics like One Wish and other R&B staples. That was the promise of the night, and Ray J looked ready to deliver. He was smiling, moving with confidence, feeding off the intimate vibe in the room. But while he worked the stage, cameras were rolling, and the crowd caught something no performance skills could hide. Multiple fan-recorded videos showed a red liquid, clearly looking like blood, dripping from under his sunglasses down the right side of his cheek. This wasn't some quick blink and you miss it moment. The streak stayed there, visible as he crossed the stage, handed out red roses to women in the front row, leaned in to talk with fans, and performed his R&B hits. In at least one clip, he slightly lifted or adjusted his sunglasses, and the liquid seemed to come straight from the eye area itself. And here's what really shocked people. He didn't stop. He didn't rush to wipe it away. He didn't explain it to the crowd. He just kept going like nothing was wrong, holding on to that smooth Valentine's Day energy the audience came for. Then came the second jaw-dropping moment. Midway through his set, Ray J unzipped the top of his orange jumpsuit and exposed his bare chest. On the upper left side of his torso was a clear medical patch, something fans and outlets like Complex, Yahoo, and Hindustan Times identified as a heart monitor, likely a Holter monitor or similar cardiac device. He seemed to reveal the device on purpose, still singing like it was just another part of the show, not a sign that his body was being monitored for something serious. Instead of hiding it, he let it be seen, almost like it belonged in the spotlight with him. Before the concert, Ray J had posted on Facebook about it. He wrote that he had a heart monitor attached to his chest and still felt blessed to be outside with the people. Looking back, that post hits different. It doesn't just sound like strength. It feels like a quiet confession, an admission that this performance was happening while his body was under medical watch. He told everyone ahead of time that his heart was being tracked in real time, and he still chose to step on that stage anyway. The question fans later asked, and medical professionals watching the clips couldn't ignore, was simple but heavy. Should a man just 5 weeks out of the hospital for heart failure even be performing at all? Especially doing a full R&B set, moving around under stage lights, pushing his body in front of hundreds of people? The videos didn't slowly circulate, they exploded. Within hours, millions of views stacked up across Instagram, X, and YouTube. The reaction split fast. Most people showed raw concern.
I can't work out. Don't ever hit me like that again.
Prayers up for Ray J filled comment sections, and hashtags like Pray for Ray J started trending across platforms. Fans were quick to say a 45-year-old man bleeding from his eye while wearing a heart monitor on stage isn't entertainment. It's a distress signal playing out in real time. To many watching, it didn't look dramatic or edgy. It looked serious. Medical commentators, including nurses in live chats, started weighing in. Some speculated that eye bleeding could be linked to severe liver issues, advanced health complications, or vascular damage tied to long-term high blood pressure. None of that was confirmed by Ray J or his medical team, but the online discussions moved fast and got intense. Then there was the second camp, the skeptics. Some people questioned if any of it was real. They suggested the blood could have been a staged effect, fake blood, or deliberate shock value meant to spark exactly the viral moment it became. Others called it performance art, or a calculated health scare move, arguing that Ray J has a history of headline-grabbing moments and the timing felt almost too cinematic to ignore. Skeptics focused on one big point. He didn't collapse. He didn't call for medical help. He finished the entire set. Reports said he looked energetic, fully locked in, and later told fans he was perfectly fine, with no visible blood left on his face. There were no reports of backstage medical intervention. He powered through like nothing was wrong, as if the red streak and the heart monitor were just part of the image. Another bold chapter in Ray J's ongoing reinvention. For the skeptics, that so-called resilience was the proof. They argued a man with heart function reportedly at 25% doesn't casually hand out roses and perform R&B ballads for an hour straight without collapsing. To them, the math wasn't making sense. Something felt off. But the chest patch wasn't some stage prop. That device was medically real, and it lined up with everything Ray J had publicly shared in the 5 weeks before this show. Those earlier disclosures had already shaken the entertainment world, making headlines everywhere from TMZ to NBC News. What happened on that Shreveport stage didn't come out of nowhere. It went down just 5 weeks after Ray J was rushed to a Las Vegas hospital, where doctors reportedly gave him a diagnosis that crushed any illusion of invincibility he'd carried for years. The blood might be debated. The heart monitor was not. And the story behind that device, a story involving pneumonia, heart failure, 8 medications, and a prognosis that included the word months, is where things take a heavy turn. As of February 16, 2026, Ray J hasn't released a direct public statement addressing the specific visuals from that Shreveport performance. Not the blood, not the chest patch, not what it means to perform under those conditions. He's continued posting on social media like normal, keeping up his public presence. Now, the Valentine's Day footage has merged with clips from his January hospital stay, forming one intense storyline the internet can't stop talking about. Ray J is out there performing with a struggling heart, blood seen on his face, and the space between his drive and his physical limits seems to be closing in, 25% and counting. On January 6, 2026, TMZ reported that Ray J had been admitted to a Las Vegas hospital with severe pneumonia and intense heart pain. Doctors ran x-rays and performed an echocardiogram while trying to measure the damage. Footage obtained by TMZ showed him lying in a hospital bed hooked up to monitors, oxygen lines, and IVs, wearing a blue cap as medical staff checked his heart. That video spread fast across social media and major outlets, becoming the viral hospital moment that shaped the first wave of 2026 headlines about Ray J. This wasn't his first battle with pneumonia. Back in October 2021, he was hospitalized in Miami with a serious case of non-COVID pneumonia. Because of pandemic-era hospital protocols, he had to stay in a wing alongside COVID-19 patients. He told TMZ at the time that he truly believed it was over. That scare required oxygen support and a long recovery. But January 2026 was different. This time, the pneumonia didn't just hit his lungs, it exposed a much deeper issue. It reportedly triggered or revealed a major heart condition that had been quietly developing behind the scenes of his high-profile lifestyle. In emotional Instagram live sessions posted around January 25th and 28th, 2026, Ray J spoke openly about the diagnosis. He told followers in real time that his heart was functioning at just 25% capacity. That admission, delivered almost casually during a live stream, wedged between business talk and light personal chatter, was medically shocking.
I was about to literally shout out to Sheila holding me down in the hospital. I'm not gonna do that.
What sounded calm on the surface carried serious weight underneath. A normal heart's ejection fraction usually falls between 55% and 70%. At 25%, someone is firmly in the range of severe heart failure with reduced ejection fraction, classified under current AHA, ACC, and HFSA guidelines as HFrEF. That's not minor. It's a critical condition that, without aggressive treatment, carries real mortality risks. Ray J placed the blame on years of destructive habits during the peak of his fame. He described drinking 4 to 5 bottles of alcohol a day, heavy use of Adderall and other pills, and nonstop partying that pushed his body past its limits. According to him, that lifestyle left lasting damage. He said one side of his heart was black and done. Not medical language, but powerful enough to show how serious doctors made it sound to him. He admitted he felt untouchable for years, like nothing could slow him down. Now, he said, the consequences of that mindset had finally caught up with him all at once. The prognosis, as Ray J shared it with his audience, sounded devastating. He told fans that doctors suggested he might not survive long, using phrases like, "2027 is definitely a wrap for me," and even saying he may only have months left. Those statements spread fast. NBC News reported on it. People magazine published a full feature. Billboard broke down the health update. USA Today released its own coverage. Page 6 highlighted his claim that he might not live past 2027. With TMZ's hospital footage mixed with his emotional Instagram videos, the story stayed trending through late January 2026 and into February. In a follow-up interview with TMZ on January 29th, Ray J got very specific about his treatment plan. He said he was taking 8 different medications. One of them was Entresto, sacubitril/valsartan, a first-line ARNI drug that reduces strain on the heart and is widely used in treating HFrEF. Another was Jardiance, empagliflozin, originally created for diabetes but now a major part of heart failure therapy, known to lower hospitalization and death risk. He also mentioned Lipitor, atorvastatin, for cholesterol. 5 other medications were not named, but together they formed a daily regimen that showed just how serious his condition truly is. Doctors put him on strict bed rest. No alcohol, no smoking, 0 exceptions. There was no room for slipping up. They were also preparing him for the possibility of a pacemaker or an implantable cardioverter defibrillator, a device designed to prevent sudden cardiac death caused by dangerous heart rhythms in patients with low ejection fraction. The final decision was expected after a follow-up appointment. About 2 weeks later, his sister Brandy Norwood stepped forward as the steady force in his corner. Ray J openly credited her with covering his medical and personal bills for all of 2026. He spoke about it in several videos, clearly emotional, saying Brandy paid his bills for the rest of the year and calling it crazy, like he still couldn't believe she did that for him. The siblings have always shared a tight bond. They worked together on the 2010 reality show Brandy and Ray J, A Family Business, and have supported each other publicly for years. But this moment felt deeper. This was his big sister stepping in because her younger brother was facing serious health challenges and the cost of care was overwhelming. While he was on bed rest, the Los Angeles Times confirmed the family's support. USA Today also reported that his parents, Sonia and Willie Norwood, were by his side, going to doctor visits and helping him adjust to this new medical chapter. Even while sharing news that could change his life forever, Ray J couldn't fully separate the seriousness of his condition from the chaos of his personal world. During that same Instagram Live, where he revealed his heart was functioning at 25%, a woman identified as Sheila, who had been sitting with him during recovery, playfully tapped him while showing off boxing moves she'd been practicing. On any other day, that might have looked like harmless fun. But in that moment, it felt different. The hit visibly shook him. His reaction wasn't exaggerated or for laughs. It looked real. For someone dealing with severe heart issues, even small physical contact can feel intense. He quickly said, "Don't ever hit me like that again," explaining that it threw off his balance and made the left side of his thinking feel off. With the heart operating at a fraction of normal capacity, reduced blood flow can affect how the body responds to sudden movement or impact. What might seem minor to a healthy person can feel overwhelming to someone in recovery. He mentioned he would need to call his doctor, Dr. Gold, in the morning. He also said he needed to take his pills right away. The stream didn't end. The conversation shifted back to business like nothing happened. But for viewers watching live, many already concerned about his health, the moment spoke loud and clear. This man's body is not okay, and deep down, he knows it. Every playful moment, every small bit of physical contact now carries a weight it never had before. To understand why Ray J's health crisis has gripped the internet so intensely, you have to look at what he built before his heart started struggling. This isn't someone quietly stepping away from fame, with medical issues becoming a small footnote in a finished career. Ray J has been a steady presence in American entertainment for almost 30 years. Music, television, film, tech, he's touched all of it. And against the expectations placed on many early 2000s R&B artists, he flipped fame into a diversified business empire reportedly worth tens of millions of dollars. He started young. Ray J entered the industry as a child, appearing in commercials at just 8 years old. From 1993 to 1994, he acted on The Sinbad Show, later making guest appearances on Moesha, his sister Brandy's hit series, and One on One. Raised in Carson, California, by his father Willie Norwood, a gospel singer, and his mother Sonia, he grew up surrounded by ambition and discipline. His older sister is Grammy-winning singer and actress Brandy Norwood. His first cousin is Snoop Dogg. Entertainment was part of his bloodline from day one. By 1997, at just 16 years old, he released his debut album, Everything You Want, with the single Let It Go, breaking into the top 40 on the Billboard Hot 100. Then came his second album, and the climb kept moving upward. This Ain't a Game dropped in 2001, featuring Wait a Minute with Lil' Kim, and it debuted at number 21 on the Billboard 200. That project proved he wasn't just connected, he was a real commercial force in R&B. Then the mid-2000s took Ray J from familiar name to full-blown mainstream presence. In 2005, One Wish peaked at number 11 on the Hot 100 and sold over 400,000 copies in the US. Fans and critics later called it a millennial R&B classic, one of those slow jams that define late-night radio and emotional playlists for a whole generation. The single powered his album Radiation, which debuted at number 48 on the Billboard 200. Then came Sexy Can I in 2008 with Young Berg. That track shot up to number 3 on the Hot 100 and earned double platinum status. It helped push All I Feel to debut at number 7 on the Billboard 200, his highest album position, while also topping independent and R&B charts. Altogether, 5 studio albums built a catalog that still pulls in streaming revenue years later. Around 2004 or 2005, he launched Knockout Entertainment, securing a level of control many artists never get. In 2009, he shifted into reality TV with For the Love of Ray J, expanding his brand beyond music and stepping fully into personality-driven entertainment. He followed that run with Brandy and Ray J, a family business, in 2010, then later appeared on Love and Hip Hop, Hollywood, and even Celebrity Big Brother UK in 2017. Those shows kept him visible, kept his name active in pop culture, and made sure a new generation recognized him, even if they had never heard One Wish on the radio. Then came the business move that flipped the script on what people expected from an R&B and reality TV star. In 2017, Ray J co-founded Raycon through his company Raytron, a direct-to-consumer audio brand focused on wireless earbuds and headphones. The company reportedly hit $10 million in sales in its first year, scaled into the tens of millions annually, and has been linked to more than $300 million in cumulative revenue based on public reports and interviews. He didn't stop there. He launched Scooty Bike, an electric scooter company, and later sold it in a multi-million-dollar deal to Canadian firm Loopshare in 2019. His estimated net worth is often reported around $14 million, with some outlets suggesting it could be as high as $20 million.
He says she speaks Farsi every time I'm in it.
You're amazing.
I'm gonna go upstairs and...
The artist, once introduced as Brandy's little brother, quietly built a business portfolio that outpaced many of his peers. Now at 45, all of it, the music, the TV shows, the companies, the wealth, exists beside a heart functioning at just 25% capacity. Even while opening up about his condition, Ray J couldn't switch off that hustler mindset. That same live stream where he revealed his heart was functioning at 25% also doubled as a full-on business rollout. During the broadcast, he announced that his Tronics network was relaunching as a dating show platform powered by the Zeus network, which he praised as a major force in OTT streaming for urban entertainment. The contrast was wild. In one moment, he described his heart as black and done. In the next, he was promoting For the Love of Ray J 3 and revealing plans to shoot 15 new dating shows within 2 months. He gave a shout out to Zeus Network founder Lemuel Lemmy Plummer, applauding the platform's impact on digital streaming and its shift away from traditional television. He framed Tronics as a dating show-only vertical heading into 2026 and 2027. The same year he had just told viewers doctors warned could be his last. Fans watching this whole journey, from the January hospitalization to the emotional Instagram lives to the Shreveport stage moment, have reacted with a mix of real concern and sharp skepticism. Some see unstoppable drive. Others see a man pushing himself while his body sends warning signs. His supportive majority packed his Instagram comments with prayers, healing messages, and real concern. Posts like, "Heart at 25% is no joke," spread fast. Hashtags such as Pray for Ray J and Get Well Ray J moved across X, Instagram, and TikTok. Some followers even shared their own experiences with heart failure and low ejection fraction, offering hope based on battles they survived themselves. Others respected his honesty about past substance abuse, saying his openness felt like a warning to others. They saw it as a man being real about consequences he can't reverse, trying to help someone else avoid the same path. But a loud minority wasn't buying it. Comments like, "Is he promoting a new show during his health announcement?" started trending. Some labeled the entire situation a sympathy ploy, and those takes picked up steam in tabloid stories and viral threads. A few critics even connected the timing to his custody disputes and legal issues, suggesting the health updates were strategically shared for public support. What raised eyebrows for them was this. He kept going live, negotiating TV projects, announcing production schedules, and mapping out dating shows while reportedly on strict bed rest. To skeptics, that didn't line up with the dire outlook being described. Meanwhile, outlets like the Los Angeles Times and Rolling Stone treated it as serious news, a major entertainer facing his mortality in public view. Vibe covered the claims about his declining heart health in serious detail. So far, no official statements from his family or doctors have publicly contradicted what he shared. Brandy's reported financial support, the TMZ hospital footage, the list of prescribed medications, and the heart monitors seen on that Shreveport stage all point in the same direction. Whatever debates exist online, the health scare itself doesn't look invented. During one live stream, he even said, "She speak Farsi every time I'm in it." The comment came and went quickly, but the tone of that broadcast shifted near the end. One line stood out more than the business talk or show promotions. "I'm gonna go upstairs and heal." That moment felt raw. No hype, no marketing, no big energy. Just a man wrapping up a long stream and admitting his body needs rest. Not the dating show plans, not the network shout-outs, just someone recognizing that healing might be the one thing he can't keep pushing aside anymore. As of February 16th, 2026, Ray J remains in an actively managed medical crisis. He's on 8 medications aimed at heart failure, cholesterol control, and overall cardiac protection. A major decision still looms, whether he'll need a pacemaker or an implantable defibrillator. And this is the same man who performed a full concert with visible blood and a heart monitor on his chest, just 5 weeks after saying his heart was barely functioning. There has been no official medical update beyond his own statements and the TMZ interviews that backed up parts of his story. His family, led by Brandy's financial support and his parents attending medical visits, continues to stand around him. Fans are still flooding social media with prayers and encouragement. But one question keeps echoing through headlines, reaction videos, and comment sections. Is it really over for Ray J? Medical experts say a 25% ejection fraction can be survivable. With strict medication, real lifestyle changes, and careful monitoring over time, improvement is possible. But the man who stepped on that Valentine's Day stage, who kept performing despite the warning signs, who promoted new shows while talking about limited time, that man doesn't slow down easily. The real issue may not just be his diagnosis, it may be whether he's willing to truly rest and follow the plan laid out for him. What do you think? Is this a comeback story in the making? Or is he pushing too far? Drop your thoughts in the comments, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this with someone who's been following the story.